Hello everybody, what is up? Prof here. As you can see, we got ourselves a new unboxing today. This time it's going to be the Grandista Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach, the 1000-Year Blood War. So this is definitely a pretty cool figure and definitely caught my eye. I was over at a store and down in San Diego called Anime Akiba, and I saw this one in the case and it looked pretty badass and super detailed. So of course I had to get it. It was only like $34.99, so actually not too bad in price. But if you guys are ever in the area in San Diego, look up a store called Anime Akiba. They got a pretty huge selection, as well as a pretty cool Dragon Ball figure collection behind the glass case. They're not for sale, but there's some pretty cool figures you don't really see often. So definitely check the place out if you're ever in the area, because they got a huge selection and the prices are pretty good over there. So, like usual, we're gonna go ahead, take a look around the box, unbox it, put it together, and I'll let you guys know what my final thoughts are on this figure. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so here we are with the figure right here. Of course, we got Ichigo right here up front. Got a full picture of the figure right here, and like I said, this one's, of course, you know, the Grandista line. They're pretty good sized figures, so definitely won't disappoint. Of course, right here, got a little price tag from Anime Akiba, only $34.99, not too bad. Of course, we got another picture of the back and the front of the figure right here. So let's go ahead and get our unboxing knife. Let's cut the usual 3 strips of tape. Open them up right here. Of course, we get our usual QR codes and all that. May check it out. I'm assuming it's probably going to go to a lot of their Japanese sites. Of course, let's go ahead and pull it out. It looks like I got a pretty good amount of stuff right here. Of course, we got Ichigo's sword, which is actually pretty freaking massive. So definitely not too bad. Let's get this out. But yeah, like I said, this Grandistas are usually pretty large size, but like I said, this is a nice size freaking Zangetsu right here, so not too bad at all. Of course, we go ahead and get the chain out of there real quick. Alright, so you see this little chain that goes on there, and of course this will just go right over here. So that way it has that cool little effect right there. Well, I'm assuming we'll have to keep this off because this will probably need to slide into his hand. So go ahead and put Zangetsu to the side right there, and of course we got the big old figure itself. And for the figure, looks like it's going to be about, what, 2 pieces, or 3 including the sword, and then of course we got the stand. So, let's go ahead and get this top half out. As you can see, definitely looks super cool and detailed. Like I said, definitely love the, let's get focus real quick, but yeah, definitely love the face on it. There's a lot of cool detail in the hair. Of course, we got his hand tattoos and everything, so yeah, definitely came out super freaking cool. So let's go ahead and get his bottom piece out. Like I said, like, this is a pretty solid figure. Like, it's, even the box itself had a pretty good heft to it. So yeah, this is his legs right here. Of course, looks pretty cool. Yeah, then of course we got the stand. Hopefully these stands kind of sometimes are a hit and miss, so hopefully this is one of those ones that fit pretty good into the leg and hold them up pretty well. So this looks fairly simple. We'll go ahead, let's get him put together like that. And then I'm assuming this goes in his hand like so. And then we'll get his little chain. Just put this right up top. Alright, there we go. Yeah, they just had to get it to fit in there a little properly. Then this one should, I'm assuming, go onto one of his feet like so. Maybe this one right here. It feels like it's got a pretty good snug fit, so yeah, seems fairly decent right here. So yeah, let's say we get a full shot of it right here. You can see it's definitely super detailed. Looks pretty badass with his Zangetsu over here. And actually, hold on a second, it looks like I got this a little bit backwards. So, flip it around, there we go. So now that's properly done. So, as you see, it looks like that. Yeah, I just realized as I saw the peg, I'm like, hey, wait a second, that's supposed to be stuck in somewhere. But yeah, as you can see, definitely looks super cool. I love the chain floating in the air. Like I said, even from the back view, I love just the giant Zangetsu on the back of this figure. So definitely super cool. And like I said, for 35 bucks, not too bad at all. Like I said, it's a pretty hefty figure, so definitely going to be a pretty cool piece for the collection. Alright folks, so that's about it for this video. Like I said, definitely a super cool figure. Like I said, for the price of $35, definitely not a bad piece for the collection. Like I said, he's pretty hefty. There's a giant Zangetsu and everything, and honestly has a pretty good amount of detail, so definitely would recommend checking out this figure. Like I said, if you are ever in the San Diego area, check out Anime Akiba, because they got pretty good prices and a pretty large selection of figures. But like I said, if you guys have gotten any of the Grandista figures that are your favorite, comment in the section below, let me know what's your guys' favorite, or maybe what you guys recommend checking out from the Grandista line. But as always, if you guys are new here, consider subscribing to the channel, and also, if you did like this video, maybe hit the like button. But as always, I thank you guys for watching, and catch you guys later.